As a beginner Forex trader, you're seeing a chart like this. Before that bullish engulfing candle, a buy was placed. And this kind of bullish engulfing candle can only happen immediately when there is news. So this video, I'm going to explain to all of you that are asking me, how do I find out when there will be news, the exact time of the news, how to place a trade? Is it before the news, after the news, during the news, at exactly what time? And how do I know whether that news will affect the pair that I am trading? That's all that this video will be covering. Now, to start with, this particular news, like we know throughout the month of August every year, there is usually a news all through the United States. And this news is usually high impact news, and the high impact news affects Forex traders trading XAU USD, GBP USD, BTC USD, and every other pair that has to do with US dollars. Okay, now the pairs that I normally use for this illustration is XAU USD. So how did I know there was going to be a buy, that there was going to be a news, the exact time of the news, and exactly when to place a trade? So formally, I usually search, and that's how many people still do. They search Reuters, fxstreet.com. There are so many websites or platforms that focus on news about United States. And now this news about United States, some of them are platforms that based on economic news, some focus on Forex news, some focus on crypto news, and the rest of that. So I wouldn't want you to start going through all of this process of getting the news, visiting so many websites at a time. So in summary, the best way you can find out when there will be a news is to go to ChatGPT. If you're starting your day to prepare for the week, on Sunday, you can go to ChatGPT and search and say, will there be news in United States that will impact XAU USD? And then ChatGPT will tell you if there will be news for that week. All right. Now, if it tells you there will be news, your next line of research will be, what will the news be about? Is it a high impact news? Will it deeply affect trading XAU USD? Now wait for ChatGPT response, and it could tell you that is a high impact news or it will affect that pair. Now your focus will now be about that pair you are trading, XAU USD for instance. If it tells you that it will affect XAU USD which you're trading, you can now go ahead and ask, what is the percentage probability that this news on this time will make XAU USD to be bullish? If ChatGPT tells you 75% probability that XAU USD will be bullish during the news, or XAU USD will be bearish during the news, whatever it tells you, that percentage is very, very important, because it will help you to know exactly when you will be buying, or whether you will be buying or selling. Or if it tells you that it will be ranging, that means you shouldn't be placing a trade, because you only buy or sell when the markets will be bullish. You buy during consolidation or ranging. It's cool to stay out of the market. So now, for instance, ChatGPT now tells you that XAU USD is going to be bullish by 70% chance. Now, the next focus for you should be, when exactly should I place this trade? Because ChatGPT has told you that by 1 p.m. Nigerian time that there will be news. But now, for you as a Forex trader that have known that during that news, there is 70% chance that that news will make XAU USD bullish, you want to find out, should I be trading before the news or after the news or during the news? As at this point, ChatGPT could give you something that is not always accurate, but in this particular aspect is where I come in, because I have traded the news severally, and I noticed that some of the time ChatGPT can tell you to trade after you have seen the outcome of the news, which means you might be getting into the market somehow late, because most of the time, the moment that news is about to affect that pair, it takes like 5 minutes, everything has happened. Some of the time 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So imagine that it told you that after the news, and you're waiting for the news to be over to go and place a trade, but then you open there, you see that you are now buying while sellers are storming into the market. You get that, right? So how you now place your buy or sell, if ChatGPT tells you by 1 p.m. this speech will take place and there is 75% chance that gold will be bullish, what you do is around 12:50 or 12:55 p.m. you place your buy order, okay? And sometimes how you know is if you look at this particular trade that I placed, you see that before that bullish engulfing candle, there is a strong buyer's momentum. This means that people that have also made their research and have seen that this market is going to be bullish, they rushed and started placing buys, you get? So that is within 5 to 10 to 15 minutes before that news. So that the moment that news is mentioned, when people are coming in, those that got in earlier would have made massive profits. Okay, so you can start 5 minutes or 10 minutes before that exact time of the news. And to manage your risks very well, remember to always risk what you can afford to lose, because 70% chance of XAU USD being bullish means that there is still some chance, a few chance that something might happen and then it will be bearish. But the thing is that if you are making profits, your profit is going to be massive. So set your TP, set your stop loss. At least you'll be sure that you have like 70% chance of winning that particular trade. So this is basically how you can find out when there will be news, before, after the news, exact time to place your trade. And very importantly, when you make money from Forex trading during news, try not to return the money back into the market, because the moment you get that, you might feel, oh, I left too quick and the rest of that. But remember your plans before you started. I know it's not easy to have that discipline that you're seeing money still moving in the market. Just know that even if you might win, it is just a matter of gambling that you are doing if you place further trades. All right. And then also remember that sometimes ChatGPT might make a mistake. So in as much as it's correct, maybe like 85% of the time, or even more or less, it is good that you trade with caution. But however it goes, I really wish you the best in all of this. Let me know what your challenge has been so far in Forex market. And remember to watch the video on your screen of exactly how I placed a trade and the various step-by-step questions that I placed and asked ChatGPT. Bye for now.